Hi, I'm Mary Beth Stapleton, Manager of Family and Community Partnerships for Hartford County Public Schools. Welcome to the Parent Academy Real Talk, featuring Partners for Success. With me today, I have two very special guests, Miss Colleen Sesdeli. Colleen, could you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Colleen Sesdeli. I'm Director of Special Education for Hartford County Public Schools. Thank you for having me today, Mary Beth.
Thanks for being here. And Megan Fitzgerald.
Hi, I'm Megan Fitzgerald. I'm the Family Coordinator at Partners for Success Resource Center.
Wonderful. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So today our focus is here to support parents of students who are receiving special education services. And I'm so excited to have both Colleen and Megan here to support that conversation. So Colleen, to get us started, thinking about where we are as a district and those supports, just to get a sense of how many students in the district are receiving those special services.
Wow. So you might be surprised to hear that we have close to 6,000 students in Hartford County Public Schools who currently have an active IEP or individualized education program. So that is across the district. That is actually kindergarten through 12th grade. We also service infants and toddlers. So we have approximately 800 additional students or children who are serviced through our infants and toddlers program.
Great, and that's really great to hear because you all have the supports in place to provide those services. So can you just explain, what do we have in the district? What kind of staff are you overseeing in the schools?
Oh boy.
A lot,
Yes,
right?
yes.
I know.
So, from our, we would say from pre-K, so from 3 years old through 21, we offer a wide range of services. We offer a full continuum. So the majority of our students are serviced within the general education setting, about 85%. So that would be through kind of co-taught partnerships where we have general education teachers and special education teachers working side by side in the classroom to help meet the needs of our students. But we also do have some additional regional programs, and those would be programs that are at specific schools, and those are a little bit more specially designed. So we have what we call our Classroom Support Regional Program, and that would be more of a behavioral focus. And then we also have our Strive program, and that is for some of our students that are on the autism spectrum who require a specific methodology and type of teaching in order to be successful.
So Megan, as the new leader for Partners for Success, I would love to hear more, and I'm sure parents would too. What is Partners for Success, and how do parents access those services and supports?
Thanks for asking, Mary Beth. Partners for Success is a resource center, and we support families, educators, and community providers to create an education team for our students receiving special education services. So for me, I have two autistic children in Hartford County Public Schools. They're currently in 5th and 8th grade, but I came to this position very organically. And so as a mom, I initially sought out Partners for Success actually after my children had started in infants and toddlers. So I had a wonderful experience with infants and toddlers, and that's another branch of our special education services. And then I came and sought out Partners for Success to be able to find services outside of the school setting to support what my kids were learning in school, especially social emotional challenges, some behavioral challenges. And when I say behavioral, that can be any number of things. In my opinion, behavior is communication. And with many students who are receiving special education services, sometimes communication is challenging for them. I was seeking outside services to support my kids with the nuts and bolts of being able to receive curriculum in the classroom, as well as finding social groups for them to play with and continue to practice those social skills. As well as I also got some guidance on finding funding for different supports for my kids, such as LISS funding. LISS funding is Low Intensity Support Services, and it's a program through DDA, and You apply for the program. If you're chosen, and it's not income-based, but if you're chosen, you can get up to $2,000 in grant money. And I didn't know about that until I spoke with Partners for Success. So that's just one avenue of services that we can find that are outside of the school setting.
And Partners for Success got you plugged into that resource, which
Absolutely.
is what it's all about.
Absolutely.
So in this role, I know you actually have kind of a phone number or email or access for parents, and we'll share that on the screen. So just to kind of start at the very beginning, and maybe Colleen, you can join. So if you're a parent of a child and you just have questions and you're just not sure, and they're perhaps in a general education setting or even they're in daycare, where does a parent start? Like, how do they get started?
So getting started with the special education process, there's a couple different avenues that a parent can take if the child's not enrolled in school yet. So if you have a preschool age child, then a referral can be made to our Child Find office. And that would be, if a parent is just concerned about development of their child, not really sure if their child is on target with some of those developmental milestones, perhaps we're at a daycare center and, the teachers there have maybe raised some concerns, then a referral can be made to our Child Find team. Our Child Find team would then go through the steps of the eligibility process for special education and do whatever testing might be necessary to determine if there is an educational disability that may need to be addressed through an IEP or individualized education plan. For parents who have children in the school system, then they can work with their school-based team. Our school teams have processes in place called student support teams where they're monitoring, and they may send a referral to special education if there is a concern. But as a parent at any time can express a concern to the school team and request that an IEP team meeting be held so that the team can look at whether or not there is a disability or whether or not that team suspects that there might be a disability that would require that IEP or individualized education program.
Great. And then Partners for Success can come in, and that you actually have a resource center. You have a location, right? Where is that located?
We are located at Roy Williams Elementary School, right next to Child Find.
Oh,
so we're in
good.
the annex building.
Okay, very good. And then does Partners for Success, do you host workshops? Do you have, what other kinds of resources are available for parents?
Yes, we host workshops every month. Sometimes I hold them individually. I also collaborate with CCAC, which is the Special Education Citizens Advisory Council. I also collaborate with the ARC. We've also collaborated with Parents Place of Maryland in the past. So we collaborate with a lot of those community providers already. So that way, when parents come to our workshops, we're also introducing them to some of those other providers.
Wow, that's fabulous. And so I think that the message here is that if you are a parent of a child that might need some special education services, you really do have the support structure in place to support that parent so they don't feel alone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can say that, from my own personal experience with my daughter, she just wasn't happy. And being my firstborn, I thought I was doing it wrong. I was like, what am I doing wrong? And I ended up going through Child Find and having her evaluated, and there were some deficits. And that explained a whole lot and gave me such a sense of relief because, as all parents, I was trying so hard and just didn't know how to reach her. And came to find out that she had some significant language deficits and language challenges, which made a whole lot of sense that, once I understood that. But, that was the start of our journey. And, what I will say, Mary Beth, is it's been my experience that it's a lot, when you discover that your child has deficits in learning and some developmental delays and things of that nature that require special education services. There's a lot that goes into that paradigm shift.
And it sounds like Partners for Success is available to help coach parents through that. And
Absolutely.
to know what questions to ask and to help make sure they're asking those right questions. And, because I think that's the other thing is, even all parents, right? You want to help, but you just don't know where to start. So it sounds
Right.
like that's what you can do. You can provide that starting
Absolutely.
point for them. Very good.
And, one of the things that I really like to put forward with my families is, the curriculum and the learning will absolutely come. Let's work on creating a lover of learning first. Let's figure out the best ways to get this curriculum accessible to this student. Support their learning, and then they will bloom.
Wonderful, as your children have, which is such great news. And I know your staff works hard every day to make sure our students bloom. So this is great information for parents. So thank you both so much for your work. I know we'll hear more from you, and I know that Partners for Success is in great hands, and our parents are in great hands. So again, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mary Beth.
All right, and we'll see you next time on Parent Academy Real Talk.